Welcome to a noble society of young urban entrepreneurs sharing knowledge and building wealth. Welcome to the League of Hustlers.
The hustle is in your bones. It runs through your veins. It's that ambition to do more, become more. You can feel it. You know you have what it takes. You know you can build a life you've been dreaming of. It's time you live up to your potential. Welcome to the League of Hustlers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the League of Hustlers podcast. And today we have a very special guest who's gonna talk to you all about how. Okay, I want you to listen to this closely. How he went from staying in a 2-bedroom apartment with 6 people. Huh?
1-bedroom apartment.
Oh, 1 bedroom with
There
6
you go.
people. 6 people to almost hitting $30,000 a month. Okay? Residually. Not a one-hitter quitter. Okay? Because we don't do one-hitter quitters with the League of Hustlers. Anybody can hit a home run at least once if you swing enough times, but this cat has been getting at it. And yeah, man, welcome to the show, Khari Harper. Round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm your co-host HT, by the way, and
Yep, I'm CD Bars.
and of course we have the man himself, Khari Harper. Man, how you feeling, brother?
Feel good. I'm happy. You know, life is good. I wake up with a smile on my face every day.
That's
Beautiful right there.
That's
Happy
important,
right?
Yeah, man. So I don't want to take up too much time, going over, your story. How about you just tell folks, how you've come to this moment. First off, what you do, and then kind of backtrack and tell folks how you've led up to this moment.
All right, very well. I'm Khari Harper, 26 years old, just turned 26 August 4th.
Yeah.
And I do Facebook advertising for real estate agents, and real estate investors. So, and that would also include wholesalers. I generate leads through Facebook, and I have a team of virtual assistants who qualify those leads and deliver those qualified leads to our clients.
Wow.
So not just getting a name, number, email, we're getting their full criteria if they're looking to buy, sell, and they're warmed up for our clients. So our clients could just go out and make the money. We get our clients close to the sale as legally possible.
Wow.
So it's really starting this entire thing. I always realized there was whenever you start a business, you need to make sure you're in a business where there's a problem.
Right.
Because you need to be the solution. People pay for solutions. Anyone can bring problems to them.
Right.
And I've noticed that there's always been a problem in lead conversion. Like everyone always talks about, I generate all these leads. I can get leads aren't the problem. It's converting them into conversations and warm prospects for your clients that is the problem.
Exactly.
And I know this pain because I was one of those people. I was paying another marketing company years ago to do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I don't need any more leads. Give me people to talk to, real conversions that are ready to talk. So, I got into it, but that wasn't even I wasn't even thinking about creating a marketing company. It wasn't like in the back of my mind, like I could probably do this. Right. It wasn't until I went to Columbia in 2018. I was wholesaling. So I had a couple dollars in my pocket saved up.
Hold on. Let's be clear about this, because this is one part I was like, oh yeah, Columbia. I thought you were talking about South Carolina, but no, you're talking about the country of Columbia.
South America.
Yeah,
South
man. Okay.
America.
So how'd
That's
you end
South
up
Carolina.
in Columbia? Right.
So it was really, I went through, it's funny because I was doing my one-hitter quitters, as you just said. Like wholesaling is not a business it's not a scalable business.
Okay.
It's a business you can make money, yes. Is it a potential ATM? Absolutely. But it's not scalable to the point where you can actually sit back. If you're the one doing the deals yourself. We're not going to get into that right now. But
Gotcha.
I was wholesaling, and I did it differently than everybody else in 2018.
Okay.
I was doing it in a way where I never had to see the house. I was only sending out the email blast. I would network with people that went to the auctions and be like, hey, give me 48 hours to sell this property and market it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't get under contract in 48 hours, you could sell it. If I do, pay me X amount of dollars. We ain't gonna talk numbers for IRS purposes. The more podcasts I do, the more I realize that.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I was doing. So I was doing wholesale deals. I was just doing email blasts. I was getting buyers, getting them under contract. So yeah, had some money saved up, but I was depressed because when I say wholesaling is not like a really good business, it's because it's too much roller coaster. We want that residual.
Right.
It's a good starting point, but it's not sustainable.
Okay.
So from there, I was like, I had some money. I was like, I told everybody, I was like, listen, I'm out. I'm just going. I need to clear my mind. So I get to Colombia, and I see all these young entrepreneurs there. I'm just like, yo, how are you guys here? People are living there. People are like, oh, I've been here for 2 years. Wow. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what is the key to this success? Right. They're like, honestly, we run ads, or we have an e-com store. Simple. And I was like, okay. So what else is it about it? They're like, this is what we do. We hire virtual assistants, or, we'll outsource it to a different company, and we do everything online. We make sure we don't have to meet with anybody. And if we do, it's through Zoom.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, cool. So I posted in this Facebook group for it's expats of Colombia. So there's people who travel to Colombia. Digital nomads of Colombia. And I was like, hey, I'm looking to outsource my Facebook ads. Can anyone help me? And she was like, and someone named Ravi Abuvala posted. He was like, yeah, my team does it. We were just mentioned on Fox. He did a Fox interview, like Fox News and all that about his company. And I started reaching out to him and stuff. And then he didn't really give me too much time a day. We talked and communicated, but he was still growing. He was making around $50,000 that month. And I was like, yo, 50,000, you give me 50,000 a month, I'm good. I'm retiring mom, dad, nieces, and nephews. So I chopped it up with him a little bit, but I followed him on Facebook, and he just kept talking about scaling with systems. That's what his program is called. Check it out. It's a $10,000 program, but it's worth it. So it's called Scaling with Systems. But since I'm in his personal Facebook, I see like he'd be posting about get virtual assistants, automate, delegate, do this, do that, and it never clicked. But I was here. I was listening to him, but it was like I didn't understand.
Right.
So boom, fast forward, I'm back in the States, and now I'm like, let me try this marketing company. I'm failing at it. So I was like, yo, I thought it was easy. This kid's doing $50,000 a month. Why can't I? And I know real estate. So I'm like, and then I realized like I'm doing everything myself. The first time around, I realized that, I'm doing everything myself. I can't run the ads, do the sales, do this, do that. So I was like, I quit. I gave up. I was like, I'm not doing it. Then I got back into real estate as a real estate agent. But then the stuff as a real estate agent, I took a little bit of the stuff I had and I learned, like, let me implement some of my Facebook ads into this, do this, try to systematize and automate that. So that was like around like October-ish. I came back in July of 2019. So around October-ish of 2019, I was like, all right, let's implement some systems here. Because it was me and somebody else linking up to partner. And we were so basically by December, we were ready to go. And we were doing a cold calling challenge. We called all my Facebook leads that I've ever generated. And we were just cold calling. 21 days straight, 7 days a week. Like, yeah, we were playing no games.
Wow.
And from there, I didn't have any more money. I spent all my money. No deals were coming in. Because I told you, wholesaling it's not a scalable business. Because in Jersey, come November, nobody's doing anything. No one's making money.
Wow.
Because it's just who's trying to see houses or sell a house in the dead winter when it's freezing.
Right.
So from there, it was just like January hit, I'm out of money. End of January hit, and I'm out of money. So I'm just at home, with the look of defeat, 6 people, 1-bedroom apartment. You open your eyes and somebody's there. Not a minute of silence. I've been living there for like a year, not like 6 months or something like that. So I was like, hey, you know what? I told my girl, I was like, I'm going to reopen my marketing company. My girl, she's been with me day one, ride or die. Doesn't matter what she was like, whatever you want to do, do it. I was like, bet. She's working, and then the COVID hits. And, once again, none of us knew about COVID coming, but I wanted to open mine before COVID, but then COVID hits. And now she's getting these checks from the government. And we're living in a 6-people, 1-bedroom. Like, yo, this is the time right now. We getting all this free government money, as in she is. I didn't get it. because I've always been self-employed. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go in because
Right.
we're splitting bills with 5 other people. It didn't matter.
Right.
The
Okay.
bill was like $400 a month. It was uncomfortable, yes, but so I'm building this thing out, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna listen to what this kid Ravi says, because by the time in January, I just heard Ravi's making $150,000 a month now, and he's on the bigger and better things. I'm like, yo, let me look into this. So I started building stuff out. I hired a virtual assistant in February. You know, she's still with me to this day. And I was like, listen, I can't promise you you're going to have a job next month, but I want to start this company and really go in. And people in real estate already trust me. I'm just, you know, in Jersey, they already know that I'm good. My word is good and everything like that.
Okay.
So it's easy for me to get clients in the beginning. But I only had like 2 or 3. And I was selling my services for $350.
Man.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. Like, but I was like, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do. So I was selling my Facebook marketing services for that. But as I had those 3 clients, they're like, hey, what's going on with this? Why is this messed up? Why is this messed up? But it's $350. So they're not mad. They're giving me real feedback. So I'm like, okay, the onboarding process took too long. How can I automate that so Carmen doesn't have to do too much? Okay, leads aren't being responded to in a timely manner. How can I automate that so Carmen doesn't have to do too much? Because my job is to focus on sales, because I still got to pay her no matter what.
Right.
So we just started building out all these systems. Carmen was like, hey, I think we should do this, and we can automate this process because we really don't need, we could just create like a to-do list for the client and make videos on what they need to do to start with us. That's when the system started clicking. And then we started getting better results and more clients. And then I hired my friend. And then after that, he started taking on tasks and learning things. And then more systems and processes. And how do we make this more efficient? And now it's just like fast forward from February to August. Now we're a well-oiled machine.
Perfect. Perfect.
That's
and
beautiful.
That's a key thing that I keep hearing you mention is automation, right? And processes and systems. And that's kind of what my focus has been here recently. It is really just like looking at it from a systematic standpoint and understanding like it's cool to be, you know, this self-employed, you know, solo entrepreneur, like great, right? But that's, to me, that's first step, that's first level, right? You got 14-year-olds out here that's operating like that. And a lot, when I consult, you know, entrepreneurs or whatever, I preach this, like you have to systematize stuff. You have to look at it from a perspective where you're duplicating yourself, right? And don't be afraid of it. You know, so where did you gain that thought process, like of, in terms, I know you said you were looking at things and seeing things break and getting that feedback, but when did it really click, and how did you start to create those systems?
So it clicked when we got to about 7 clients, you know.
Okay.
So at $350 a month, I wasn't acting different, you know.
Okay.
But I was like, I got to make this thing work because I only have 2 people. And 7 clients, you got to realize we're generating a lot of leads. That's a lot of leads that need to be talked to at the same time. There's still sales going out. So I just said, what do I need to do? What job do I want for myself? And what can I create and automate and hire somebody for? So that's just really what it was. It was really simple. What do I not want to do?
Wow.
That's it.
Okay. So what advice, real quick, what advice would you give to the person that likes to do whatever it is, right? Like for me, I like designing, right? And so, but I'm looking at like, how do I, you know, automate a bunch of this out? How do I duplicate my efforts? But like, I really like designing, you know, so how would you, or what advice would you give to a person, an entrepreneur that's trying to decide, like, you know, where does that balance fall between hiring out and doing what you love to do? Because you got into it, I would suppose, with the love for real estate or with the love for, some part of the business. So
That is a difficult question. So you like designing, correct? That is
uh
an art. That is something that really cannot be, well, it can't be automated. So I always want to differentiate between automate and obviously duplicating.
okay.
So when you're out automating, that's just a process. You automate processes, but
Okay.
you can't, and you duplicate physical work. So basically being onboarded is an automation. To become a client is an automation. You got to set up your Facebook ads account, do this, click this, watch that. That can be automated. But
Gotcha.
the conversation and the connection that I have with a client can only be duplicated with another person, a VA.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah. Perfect sense.
Oh, now, how would you do it? If I was in your situation and you're like, all right, listen, I have too much work, I am swamped. There's two ways to go about it. You find somebody who is just as talented as you are or has something different than you, and you say, hey, I just want you to, do the outline of everything, and then I'm going to finish it up. Narrow down that beginning part. Give them the idea, tell them this is how I want you to do it, and then you just come in and put the final touches on it.
Interesting. Wow.
Kind of like you're the architect and, and they're the construction worker.
Right. Interesting.
And then you eventually grow that. But when it comes to growing, you have to realize that there will come a time where you cannot be a part of doing what you love anymore. And that's,
you have to give up some type of control, right?
Exactly. You have to be able to give up control. If you're not willing to, it's an ego thing. I used to think like no one's going to do this better than I do. My team does a hell of a lot more stuff better than I do. I promise you. And if you're not, and the only reason why people aren't willing to give up that control is because they don't even understand what they're doing. They just know how to do it. Like, can you really explain breathing? No. But if you wrote it down, you would probably write step 1, inhale until your stomach is sucked in, hold it for 3 seconds, and then just release everything. It makes it a little bit more easier explaining how to breathe, right?
Right. I got you.
But if you never wrote it down like that, you're not going to know how to explain it. It's kind of like running a Facebook ad. I can get frustrated at a virtual assistant for not knowing how to run a Facebook ad or just expecting her or him to know. But when I break it down step by step, step 1, log into Facebook. Step 2, go to the gear icon on the top right and select business settings. Step 3, go to the left-hand side and in the home toolbar and select ads manager. Step 4, press the create button, click the blue create button underneath the ad account name. You see, it's all up here. Because I now think in terms of SOPs, standard operating procedures. Too many people give vague explanations, which is why they get nothing in return, because not everyone knows what you know. If you told me how to do a podcast, it's like, yo, just get a microphone and just write down topics and start talking. I'll be like, no, what? So...
Yeah, I think that's a very important point too, man, because if you've ever been employed, at any decent sized business, that is one of the first things that they give you when you come in the door is their processes and their procedures, or even the culture of the business. It's like, this is how we do things.
Right.
This is why we're, that step-by-step breaking down process, for any business that is running well, like you said earlier, a well-oiled machine, that is a big part of it. Being able to essentially bring people in that can complete the work, and then having those processes in place where you can literally onboard these people and make it simple so that anybody can do the job. or if they're, as long as they're teachable, should I say, as long as they're teachable and willing to learn, then they can learn how to do the job. And I think that starting off as a small business with that mind frame and implementing that part into your business is a key component, for scalability, number one, and just for long-term success, man, because that is a key component to scaling and being profitable.
Absolutely.
Automating and the duplicating yourself, and that's that onboarding process of bringing new people into your business and being able to like educate them and make it simple, dumb it down.
Yeah.
Huge. That's a huge bit of knowledge there for anybody out there that's trying to turn their side hustle into a business, or from a small business and you're trying to scale. That is like a major key right there.
I think that every single business, so there's two things I was going to say. One, Jay-Z said it best. It was a line that stuck with me for like the last 10 years. Jay-Z said, I dumbed it down for my audience and doubled my dollars. That line always stuck with me forever. And I was like, yo, that's how I like live my life. How simple can I, before I got into business, how simple can I make this? That I just can't mess it up, because I'm not good at listening. That's my issue. Because I'm always thinking about something. Like I'm already thinking about the next 3 topics we're going to talk about.
Right.
I'm like, how do I simplify this and take a step back? And so you gotta dumb it down. And then my next thing is, if you're hustling right now and you're making money, if somebody is willing to give you money consistently, you have something that can be turned into a business. And there is no reason why anybody in this day and age, and this is going to be a bold statement right now.
Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
There is no reason why you cannot be making $10,000 within 6 months from your side. Consistently. Residual happening all the time. Zero reason.
Wow. That's a bold statement, Kari.
Did it. And I didn't just do it once. I did it twice, and I did it a third time, and I'm probably going to do it another 600 times.
I feel you.
So, and once again, and whoever's listening to the podcast, I did not come from a family that went to college. My biological mom was a crackhead. Dad, prison. Brother just got out of prison 2 years ago on a 7-year bid. Oldest brother in and out of prison all the time.
Wow.
Got adopted, got kicked out when I was 16, had to go get it on my own.
Wow.
Lived on my boy's couch for 2 years. So this is not I don't want anyone to ever get confused. There was no opportunity for me that I did not create for myself.
Wow.
No college. I signed up for college, right? I finally got I got adopted. So I got my adopted mom to come down finally. We didn't have the best relationship. We do now. We have a great one. But at that time, we didn't have the best relationship. She signed me up for school. When class started, I forgot that I enrolled into college. Like, it's 2 months after classes start, and I'm like, holy shit, I signed up for college. What am I doing here? And I was just like, fuck it. And I was like, guess it wasn't meant to be. And no one ever believes me when I say that. I literally forgot that I signed up because I was already out hustling, I didn't really have much. So that's just really what it boiled down to. I was just like, listen, I'm already out here getting it on my own. I'm going to figure it out one day. I don't know when, but I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing, bro. Because a lot of times people coming from all these different, backgrounds, and I know I used to do it too. You see these people, with these success stories, and you're like, dude, you probably had silver spoons and everything, growing up and had stuff handed to you. Like I can hear the passion in your voice. You know what I mean? Like that's real talk right there. overcoming those adversities and whatnot. But we had a chance briefly to talk a few days ago, and you gave three key pieces to, I guess, this this minimum $10,000 a month type of mark, that type challenge that you're putting out there, or baseline that you're putting out there. Could you go over those three steps again?
So let me try to remember the exact. I think you guys might remember the three better than I do.
Okay. Yeah, you said online marketing.
Automate.
Automate.
Delegate.
Outsourcing.
Outsource. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do automate. Oh yeah, online marketing, automate, delegate. I feel like it sticks better. All right. So simple. You automate whatever process is allowed to be automated. If you want to automate a process, just do Zapier. Go to Zapier.com. It does all the automations for you. It's easy to set up. So, and that's like, if you get a lead, you can have Zapier automated where it sends an email or text out saying, those confirmation emails you get from whenever you sign up? That's just Zapier. Zapier.com. Mm-hmm. It's just, you can create it custom. All right. And then online marketing, it doesn't matter what your business is. I mean, if you're in real estate, you need to spend at least $600 a month. But if you're doing like credit repair or stuff like that, you could spend like $10 a day on Facebook ads and generate leads. So you just generate leads. All you need is leads in the beginning. Just get leads. Make sure your ads work. And then delegate. When those leads come in, you have a virtual assistant that you probably could pay $3 an hour, because the currency conversion, $3 an hour actually makes sense in other countries. Most people don't get that concept. Or they could convert those leads for you. You just give them the sales process. Say, hey, when the lead comes in, do this, say that, do this. And that's it. And now while you're at your 9 to 5, you have leads coming in from Facebook during the 9 to 5, and you have your virtual assistant that you're paying $3 an hour, converting those, making sales for you.
Wow.
So,
that's it. 10K a month, hands down.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back. We just had a little technical difficulties, but it's jumping right back into it. Kari has another bold statement for you guys. So let's hear the first one was a shocker, man. Just to remind you what he said, just to double back, he said there is no reason that anyone should be out here unable to produce $10,000 per month residually, no exceptions. Okay, that's a very bold statement, and I'm interested to hear, the feedback from the league. And then with this next one, let's hear the second one, man. Let's hear the second one.
All right. Listen, guys. When I say this, I want you to listen to this with a clear mind. Stop buying real estate. Okay. Eventually buy real estate, of course.
Okay.
But invest in your online profiles. That is the biggest real estate you can ever own, because what stays online stays forever. Real estate, there could be a war in this country. They could destroy destroy everything. Okay. But they cannot take away what is online. That data will always be there somehow, some way.
Wow.
When your children when your great grandchildren need to go look you up, they're gonna be able to find the League of Hustlers. When you if Kim Kardashian passed down her Instagram account to her child, that would be hell of a worth a lot more than her $40 million mansion. Why is that? Because Kim Kardashian charges $50,000, I think. No, I think she's higher than that now. I think it's $1 million a post for a sponsored post on her profile.
Wow.
You see,
crazy.
Like, come on. People are so focused on we all can't buy homes right now. There are many factors to buying real estate, and it's just how it goes.
Wow.
You know, I make great money. I still cannot get approved for a loan right now. It's just what it is.
Right.
So obviously it's creative financing, you're doing all that other good stuff, but we're talking about the standard 9 to 5 that does not want to get creative. They just want to do things the right way. So build your online presence on multiple platforms. I guarantee you your business is going to boom. And one, you'll never have to try to sell yourself again. Like if you add me on Facebook, I don't sell myself. People know what it is because my Facebook profile is so strong. There's a following there. So when realtors come in through my Facebook profile, they're not asking me, oh, is your product legit? It's different things like, what's the cost? Can they afford it? And that Facebook profile, it has not just made me money. It has made my salesmen money. It keeps my team employed.
Wow.
Next is going to be Instagram. And now we're going to start running ads because you can pay your way to fame. If you spend $1,000 a month running a video, you know, or multiple clips on Facebook, you're going to have at least 70,000 views per month.
Wow.
This is what they're not telling us. This is what in 6 months, we're going to be opening a music marketing division in the company. Because you know why? It's just paying for ads, YouTube ads, this, that, and the other. Connecting with a couple videographers, some editing, and then it was like, how much money do we need to put behind this video? It's just like radio spins. How many radio spins does this new artist need? Wow. But now it's all streaming and everything's digital. You could blow up off one YouTube video. Eric Thomas. He said you need to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. That's what got him there to where he is now. That one clip. Because it surfaced around the internet. Your online real estate will be more valuable than physical real estate.
Wow. That's bold. That's a bold statement, man. But I see where you're going with it. But I can definitely see that because a lot of traditional things are being turned on its head. Just to think back a few years ago, right? Our parents' generation, it was, or maybe a little bit before them, right? It was a one income household and you're good. One good paying job, the whole household is straight. Mom stayed home or, dad stayed home. Primarily mom was staying home, taking care of the kids and everybody lived off of dad's income. Now, kind of with my parents, I guess they switched into like that was turned on its head. It's like, nah, you better not just have one income. You better have two. And now fast forward to us, bro, and we're like, you better have 2 jobs and 2 side hustles at the same time.
With a little bit of scamming on the side.
Figure out how to get it.
Bro, I'm saying, like, literally think about what we're facing, and I've been preaching for, several years, like, multiple sources of income. Right? Because I got punched in the mouth, like I've told this story in several episodes. It's, I got laid off. Reduction in force is what they call it. It wasn't something that I did. It was just like, 2008, 2009, we cutting the budget. Right. Your job is part of the cut. So, you know what I mean? And so ever since then, I'm like, you have to have multiple sources of income. And that's what we're faced with right now. It's like people are baking cookies. People are, doing car detailing. People are doing all these little side hustles in addition to their 9 to 5. But what you're saying is that, stop with all the trading time for money type of hustles and transition into this automated, grand scale hustle where you're pulling in at least 10 grand a month and stop looking at these traditional systems such as real estate as wealth building when you have these online presences that we should be looking at as wealth building, right?
Absolutely.
So that's interesting, man. Talk to us a little bit more about that, this logic, man.
So I look at it like this. As we all know, we're going through a transitional period in America. I'm a spiritual man, so I think we're going through a spiritual battle right now. Good versus
I agree.
So eventually, freedoms will probably be stripped from us more and more. Without us knowing it, we won't really realize that freedoms have been stripped. But eventually, I do believe that the government will own land, and all land here, because America is for sale. They already own it with property taxes, etc. We're just leasing it. We have long-term leases, but they always have the ownership. So I do feel like the more Black people begin to own, as we are, because the Black community is awakening, and we are understanding that we can no longer college and getting the good, comfortable job is not enough anymore.
Nope.
I believe the rules are going to become more strict, but the one thing that cannot be controlled is the media online, because the problem is, if the media is controlled with the dynamic that we have now, how everything is ran through social media, Fortune 500 companies and the elitists will not be able to make money, because the American people of all colors and races will see the dictatorship happening. And America, the thing they love more than power is money. And America will not lose money for nothing. And the online platform will remain free. They may try to hide the massacres that they do with the police brutality, and they show us, but they'll never stop those ad dollars. Mark Zuckerberg will not allow the government to restrict what he shows. The people invested billions of dollars in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they will not stand for that. And this is why they're having these debates. Facebook, Amazon, and all these, they're in the Supreme Court going up against the United States of America because they said tech companies are taking advantage. They basically said these tech people are running everything, and we need to put a stop to it now. And it's not happening. It just keeps pushing.
Wow.
So paid ads are not going to stop. Online presence is not going to stop. It's just who's going to dominate it before this thing explodes, because eventually advertising online will cost you so much because they're not going to be able to stop it, but they can always raise the price.
Right.
And these big companies will pay that price.
That's a key component, man. You're talking about, suggesting people build their own online brands, their own online companies. And the beauty of this thing is it's available to everyone right now, and it is technically free. You can get online and you can set up your own Facebook page right now. You have tons of people that aren't running ads, but they may have a great product, or, they just may be a great influencer, and they're able to build these massive accounts and massive followings and have like a large impact and influence on a large group of people without even using the ads. So just taking that extra component and even adding a more systematic approach to it, adding, a little bit more advertising, a little bit more systematic approach to the way that you monetize. And then this person can really go from essentially nothing to a large or a mid-sized business, to get that 10K a month, 20K a month, 50K a month. Easy. And I agree, man. Anybody can pull this off at this point in time. We all have the platforms available to us. Everybody has at least a cell phone or internet access to some degree. Just figure out how to monetize what you're doing. You don't actually, have to go out and have that startup money for a franchise anymore. You don't need $250,000 cash liquid to go get McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. That stuff still works. But if you're starting with nothing, you can still get it. You can still get to it, and then you can still scale and become big.
The best example is OnlyFans. We all hear about the OnlyFans craze going on. Let's not act like we don't. Right. Let's all tell our wives that we don't know about it, though. But that is the biggest business out here. If you want to talk about creating a business, obviously it's provocative, etc. But women and men have now realized that there is a lack of, and they have a solution. There are men who are sexually frustrated who will pay to even speak to me, not even fully see me naked. And I could profit and make residual income, not a one-time home run, all for nothing, all for taking pictures. The smart person
It's crazy.
who does not want to get naked online, the real female boss out there, is going to get out there, subscribe or find all the hashtag OnlyFans on Twitter and reach out to every single girl on there and handle the marketing for them, handle the inbound DMs for them, and charge 10% of that monthly reoccurring revenue. Post the pictures online for them.
The OnlyFans manager.
But
Right.
who's doing it? This is $1 billion idea we're sitting on.
That's a true entrepreneur talking right there. The problem solution.
Because it's on my
all
list.
about it. Right.
On my list.
Okay.
It really is. OnlyFans. I want to do what's it called? Music. Anything that listen, I know that it's not the best. It should not be promoted. But at the end of the day, people are going to do this, and eventually, corporate America will get their hands on it, where it's going to happen anyway.
You're right.
You know, it's just crazy how everything is just switching right now. You need to take morality. I mean, you don't take morality out of your business, but you need to understand that some things, making money, will be uncomfortable. But if you are good at management and there's an untapped market, you need to go swallow your pride and go reach out to these women and say, hey, listen, I know you got an OnlyFans. I'm not here to get any, weird pictures or videos from you. This is my proposal. This is how we work. And it doesn't cost you anything up front. And all you got to do is keep the pictures.
Yeah, and to be clear, it's tons. That's just one example, right? What are some other examples of verticals that you could tap into like that? So you have real estate. You have, gave the example of OnlyFans. The
virtual assistant company. We're opening our virtual assistant staffing agency because everyone's going to be hiring virtual assistants soon, $3, $4, $5 an hour. So what we're going to do is and I'm giving away a good idea right now. Don't drop this episode for like 6 months. So what we're about to do, what we're already doing is we're going to help more entrepreneurs like yourself. There's going to be a $700 fee for us to find your virtual assistant. And then we're going to also help you build out your systems for $700. And then we're going to you're going to pay that virtual assistant $5 an hour. And we're going to pay the virtual assistant probably $3 an hour, what they requested. If the virtual assistant wants $6, we're going to charge you $8. And then we're going to collect the difference as our service fee for you guys, plus us employing the new hire. Because what's the difference between a staffing agency? Isn't that what a staffing agency does now?
And charges way more, like out the wazoo. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Like double. The numbers are stupid what staffing agencies are charging.
Yep. And I'm going to start it with doing what I know best, real estate marketing.
Wow.
Because there's a demand, and the reason why I'm also doing it, and which is why everyone, major gem alert, flex bomb right here. When you start a business, you need to make sure that business is 100% online. If you have to leave your house to do a damn thing, don't do it.
Wow.
No, because you're already leading down a road of failure. Like, I'm going to Mexico on August 31st for about a month and a half. My business still runs the same. And it was weird to people in the beginning. They were like, I had a client, he was like, can you come meet me and do your presentation? I was like, no, I only do Zoom calls. I wasn't going to start that. I'm not leaving my house. Zoom call or no? He was like, no, I'm good. He was like, you're never going to innovate that way and get ahead of the game if you're not going to be a people person. I was like, this ain't 1990, dog. This is the same thing. And that same guy, he now wants to be a client. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm not innovative enough. That was it.
Wow.
So if you have to leave your home for your business of any sort, just don't do it. Just don't. Because you're going to be stuck in the business. Now you're just working a 9 to 5 again, except you own it. So now you're spending more money and more hours.
Right. And that's refreshing to hear. It's shocking, right? Because we're so used to this concept of trading time for money. I go to work and I get paid a certain amount of money. I go to work for 8 hours a day, and after 2 weeks, they're going to give me this amount of money, you know. But you're just flipping all of that on his head. And, I'm just sitting here thinking like, wow, that's a really bold statement. Like, you know, but yeah, man, it's COVID has really like changed a lot of stuff, man.
I don't think it changed anything. I think it just made it get here faster.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Say it just exposed it. It's always been that way. I think COVID basically exposed it.
Okay.
The people that have, or the companies that already had that online presence, or that the workflow that is geared more so towards being online, that web presence, or being able to operate not necessarily in a physical way, that online, even restaurants, online delivery, or, just having that, being integrated with the web in any fashion. Those are the businesses, at least in my area, that were able to remain open and keep rolling because they already had this stuff in process. And, it was a part of their everyday.
Yeah.
It's how they did business regularly.
Look at Amazon. Overnight. Now, people used to go get toilet paper from the grocery store. I have not went to a grocery store to go grocery shopping in like 2 months.
That's real talk.
And this is where we're heading. This is going to be the norm. This is the problem with everybody. Everyone thinks that things are going to stay the same or it's not going to affect them. Because I promise, the same dude last year when people were clowning on me and realtors are laughing at me and no one wants to support my business, now they're like, damn, what was that thing Kyrie was talking about? It happens all the time. They're like, you still doing that marketing stuff? I'm like, yeah, but the price went up, buddy. We're not doing $350 here anymore. So the bigger this demand now grows, the easier it is to dominate because I started early.
Wow.
And I'm not taking the 6 months to learn how to perfect softwares, business systems, this, that, and the other. It's already good. I'm just spending money. How do I acquire more clients? And how quickly?
Right. Yeah, and speaking to that point, I'm currently taking a real estate course on wholesaling essentially. And what I've known, and I've been studying it for a while, right? And I've been noticing that, some of the older cats, and, in full disclosure, like I bought into like Carlton Sheets back in the day, right? Like, early 2000s, still have the course here, but I never really dove into it. I don't know. It's just, conceptually, I'm still, I kept putting it off, but now I'm in this course, speed up to now. And what I've been noticing though, is people have these different methods, right? And they're changing, some people like put out the bandit sign. Some people are like, go down to the probate office and, skip trace it and call the numbers. But what you're doing is a little different. And in this course that I'm taking now, they're kind of doing like the ringless voicemail is something that they push in terms of lead generation. But you're saying you're pushing ads out, right, to folks that potentially would be interested in selling or buying as well.
No, they're interested in selling.
Okay.
There ain't no potential. The ad is, if you want to sell, this is where you need to click on.
Okay, and then you're matching them up with agents.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Okay, cool.
If I'll show you, let me just show you guys a live example of this.
Okay, perfect.
I can't show the ads because I'm just giving away my life right there. Here, nice and simple. As you see, everything's systematized. I'm in the right one. Seller pipeline. We have like 200 leads. I don't have it like fully automated this one because it's myself and I just know what I'm doing, but these are all seller leads. Here we go. And I'm not responding to these people. Like I have my boy Lewis, he handles all this. He's been setting up appointments, but
okay.
Yes, I'm interested in selling my home. Hey, apologies for the surprise message. I'm Lewis and interested in buying your property submitted through Facebook. Do I have the right person? Like, I'll get you, and these are out of state. We're just telling them, can they send us pictures of the home? If you have to leave your house to do the job, you're not going to be able to scale it.
hustling backwards, right? You're hustling backwards is what you're saying.
Like,
Wow.
and this all comes from Facebook ads, imports into the CRM. I have automations go out. Once the lead responds to an automation, then a live person jumps in to qualify. And all day, there's responses all up in here.
Wow.
Like, we say the same thing every time. Look, I want to sell it as fast as possible because I'm not going to create a business where I can't just be like, yo, you my right-hand man, you family. I have the staff. So what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to run these ads. They're going to come in like this. I'm going to show you how to do it one time, and I'm going to record it, and you go get the money, and let's break bread with me on the back end. And I'm going to give you full access to my staff.
Wow.
I control everything but own nothing. I have a call center. So I also want to bring that up. I don't just have a Facebook marketing agency. I have a call center, which brings me money. I have a mentorship group showing people how to do this, which brings me money. I have my real estate license, and I refer these deals out to other realtors.
Wow.
Now I'm doing the virtual wholesaling. But it's the same system. I'm just plugging in a different component really quickly, but nothing changes.
That's crazy.
So
That's beautiful, man. Actually.
it's this is more valuable than any real. It doesn't matter where I am. I can go to Japan tomorrow and this thing still moves. The conversations are still happening. That's the business. You have to ask yourself, if you got COVID tomorrow, who's taking care of your people?
Wow.
All I gotta do is send a quick text like, yo, Shandon, I got COVID, bro. I'm gonna be out for 2 weeks. Hold this down. This is my password. Let me know and make sure you keep track of the records and just send me an update of our financials at the end of the day every day.
Boom.
We've been talking for an hour and my business is still going.
Yeah, man.
I think I made a couple of dollars while we were talking too.
Right.
Actually.
Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah. And this is, hopefully the first of many conversations, man. Like this, I think like your mentality, combined with like your past, your history, and, just having that drive is something that people really, especially our generation, really needs to hear and see.
Mm-hmm.
And, get off of this 9-to-5 like rat race, man. It's it's almost sad, to see it and to be controlled and not be able to take those vacations, not be able to go to Japan when you want to, how you want to, not be able to slide down to Mexico when you want to, how you want to, and then to see people who lost their jobs or had their hours cut because of COVID and because of the pandemic. So, not to belabor the point, but every episode, we like to present the League of Hustlers with a challenge. So gone are the days of just listening to podcasts, right? And getting a bunch of lip service. We at the League of Hustlers like to take action. So Kyrie Harper, what challenge would you present to the League of Hustlers to move them closer to their goal, to move them closer to financial independence? What do you have for them, brother?
Go on YouTube, type in how to run Facebook ads, watch the video 10 times, literally 10 times, that's what I did. I watch everything multiple times. And then go create an ad yourself and spend $1 a day. Just understand the concept of how it works. Because when you understand the concept, you win. I sell concepts. That's what I sell. Machines. Proven concepts is what I sell. That's what we all sell here. Whether you're a realtor, you do credit repair, you sell hats. It's like, I think your brand will be built once you do sales. People love to focus on branding and don't worry about it. Like, League of Hustlers is going to be a brand itself. All you need is enough people listening. You don't need to do anything special. You don't need a logo. My logo is literally a small robot that I got for $5. But people in the real estate game knows what it is. So YouTube, how to run Facebook ads, whatever your niche is for credit, real estate, wholesaling. And then once you do that, go invest in a course. Go spend $1,000. I spent 15 grand on courses. I have one credit card left I'm about to pay off finally. It's my final $5,000 that breaks me free from the chain of the investment that I made. Wow. And it was worth every penny. But if you're so scared to spend money, you're not going to be a business owner. It's not happening. It's impossible because I wake up and I spend $400 just to wake up. It hurts.
Automatically.
Word. I'm like, well, there's that. All right, let's get and also one piece of advice, you got to keep your soul clean. You need that good energy all the way around. Because don't be trying to be the Mr. Hot Shot. Don't hire somebody if you know you can't afford to pay them. Wow. You have to realize money comes in abundance. My best friend, he used to always be, when he started working with me, he started getting money. He was really scared. I was like, bro, you just want to, because we do like little bonuses. We have a bonus wheel where I give away money. He won $100. I was like, do me a favor. Don't keep this $100 bonus. What I want you to do is I want you to split it between everybody in the company. So he was like, no, but I got this coming up. I was like, just listen to me. I haven't led you wrong in the 8 years we've been best friends. He did it. Everyone on the team loved him and was happy. That next week, he did 9 sales and he made $1,200.
Boom.
I think he did it in like 2 days off those 9 sales.
Wow.
And he was like, I'm going to give away money all the time. I was like, it's the $100 was about it's the mindset. Do you trust the universe and yourself enough that the money is going to come back? Because you're going to spend $1,000 or you're going to spend $100, $200 on something.
Right.
Spend it on something that's beneficial.
Right.
Like, if you can't part ways with your money, you're putting that energy out there that I don't know how to get money. I don't know how to get money, but I know I'm going to get money.
Right.
So that's really it, man. And realize money is the most important thing in a business. It's the lifeline. It is your lifestyle. Yep. It's not uncomfortable to talk about it. It's not uncomfortable to talk about how much you make because you need that energy out there. Like, yo, I need more money. I was talking to you guys first thing. I was like, yo, I'm not doing enough. I need to do 200, 300,000 a month.
Solid.
It's not an easy conversation for people to have. But you got to
at the League of Hustlers, it's easy.
Yeah. You guys.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're about, man. Like shifting that mind state. So I feel you. We can talk about that all day long, and that's what we're on, man.
It all starts up here. Don't matter. Yeah. I can give you the entire thing, but if the universe don't think you're ready for it, it's not happening for you.
Wow.
And you have to prove you're ready, and that's why I realized because everything I'm doing now, I've done it before. There's no difference. My energy is just different. The abundance is different. When this company was low, I paid everybody first because I was like, I'm gonna get this back. I was just putting that energy out there.
Right.
You live off an abundance mindset. Even when you got nothing, you need to tell yourself you got it because it's gonna start coming. Because how you project and portray yourself is gonna be different. You don't always need to drive the flashiest cars or have the best suits when you show up to the networking event. You just need to fucking show up.
There you go. Yeah, man. And that's we call them picture takers. Back in the day, people that just show up to take pictures. People that they never started a game in their life, but they show up, they all in the pictures like,
who is he?
In the front. You want like, oh yo. Like, nah, man, let's get active.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So look, man, we appreciate your time. League of Hustlers. I hope you guys enjoyed Mr. Harper. And can they find you online? Where can they find you online and connect with you?
So Instagram, there's gonna be a lot of content of me in Mexico. So if you get jealous easy, don't follow me on Instagram in a few weeks.
There you go.
But it's Khari, KHARI __ Harper, HARPER, or hit me on Facebook, Khari Harper. That's where I drop all my value. I do live streams. I give away the value for free. I won't do the work for you, but I promise you, you stick to my page, you listen to podcasts like League of Hustlers consistently, the shift will come. Find people that you can connect to and stick with them.
That's real talk.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So if you guys saw, heard, or anything, you know, if you heard anything in the episode that resonated with you, if you have more questions, definitely hit us up at questions@leagueofhustlers.com. But if you heard something valuable, go ahead and hit the share button. And let's help Khari get this message out, right? You know, gone are the days of this old thinking. We have to, we're the new school, baby. We're coming into those management positions. So we have to turn these old models on their head, all right, and pave our own way, okay? So make sure you share this episode, hit the notification bell, make sure you subscribe and all the et ceteras. This has been another episode of the League of Hustlers. And CD, it's only one thing that they have to do, dog. What is that?
You already know. All right. It's the League of Hustlers.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Yeah.